Matchup on tap between the Minnesota Vikings and the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Play fake, Cousins. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd down and a run by Robinson.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Now Wentz on. And that is Samuel, complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key 3rd down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. They just pick up a nice 1st down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot at the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
On 2nd down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Play action. Now Wentz.
That one thrown away from the pocket. The officials kind of looking at each other, but they'll say there was a receiver in the area, so no penalty, just an incomplete pass.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to be stopped just short of the 1st down marker at the Vikings' 20-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he's going to have a 1st down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. On 1st down, right back to Gibson.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz steps away to his left. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7.
3rd and inches, and they've got some extra beef up front. 3 tight ends.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And he gets the 1st down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
They'll run with Gibson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders. Antonio Gibson, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Commanders use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Sly set to boot it. This taken in at the goal line.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
Kene Nwangu.
He will score. Touchdown, Minnesota. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge it, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Well, now how about this return?
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
This offense, thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that, and what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially the skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit, let them catch their breath.
Robinson up the middle, and he'll get about 3 out of that, up to the 39-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut it down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Throwing is Wentz. And this will be incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
On 2nd and 10, Wentz. And Thomas has it. And some room to run now.
He'll get it inside the 20.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Now Wentz will keep it. Only a few inches needed on the sneak. He didn't get it, and now it's 4th down.
Well, that play seemed well scouted defensively. They collapsed everything inside. Nowhere to go on the quarterback sneak. Now it's going to bring up 4th down.
Go.
It's a sneak. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Now Wentz will keep it. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
Well, that's tough right there. Asking your quarterback to get you 2 yards on a sneak. As it turns out, he gets them no yards instead.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Here we go, here we go. Go.
They'll try and run. This is Robinson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. To throw, it's Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it, incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Wentz to the sideline on 4th down. Joey slide
from the right hash at a bit of a tight angle.
Sly able to put this one through.
And they stay claim to the lead here. It's 10-8.
So the fumble recovery had them set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt.
So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway.
Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Second half starts with a run by Gibson.
And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. They fake the give. Now Wentz. That's going to be caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Gibson is in. Touchdown, Commanders.
And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is now 17-8.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll try the wide side with Cook. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of 8 that time, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown in the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
On play action, Wentz steps away. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it, and that stretches this lead to 20-8. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
To throw again on second down. Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson.
A big play there on the catch and run. 88 yards.
I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run on the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute...
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown.
Justin Jefferson. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Vikings are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter. Kevin O'Connell choosing to lead his guys out there. They'll go for 2.
Now they send a man in motion right. Cousins will try and throw. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone, and that cuts the lead a bit further. Boy, it's only a one-score game, third quarter, mind you, but they're going to go for the onside kick right here.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington.
I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And some room to maneuver.
And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Once more, Gibson.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. That's a gain of 4 here in the fourth quarter with them leading by 4 on the scoreboard. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A give running right, Gibson.
And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Completes it to Samuel. Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel, an 18-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are able to build on to their fourth quarter lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that pushes the lead up to 11.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they send a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
But he will not get in here. He's stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 31 yards there and a first down.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Wentz. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Thomas. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. Wentz. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they...
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, Cousins.
That's complete to K.J. Osborne.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Pass complete. Finds Thomas going across the middle. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. This to McLaurin out on the left side.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. Boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
Touchdown, Washington. Carson Wentz able to find Terry McLaurin. And the Commanders tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
Wentz going to look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Cousins on 1st down.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Cousins now. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Bobby McCain.
And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 33. Well, time, certainly not on their side offensively. They had to take some chances, or that interception will further hinder their already slim chance at victory.
Yeah, and you're talking about time not on their side, but it certainly is on the defense's side, and they understood that. They knew they had to press it a little bit, and they planned accordingly, and what a benefit for them, able to pick that one off and hopefully put this game away.
Wentz to throw.
This pass hauled in by Dotson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. To throw is Wentz.
This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin.
And they'll get this down to the 10. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now, Wentz again. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Thomas.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Curtis Samuel, a 1-yard touchdown reception, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
The Commanders lined up here. They're going to try for 2 once again.
They'll look to throw.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Jordan Hicks.
And the Commanders are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line.
And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
One last shot now for Cousins.
He'll fire it deep for Rager.
And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time is run out now on this game.
A higher scoring. We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Los Angeles Chargers. The ball on the tee, we're set for football. And we are underway in Southern California.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Right to the air is Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Burrow will throw.
Picked by Kenneth Murray.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD.
Well, on the opening drive, he was looking for a big chunk play. Unfortunately, that time, the secondary was ready for it. Charles picked it off. Not only that, they take it the other way for points.
Homework, preparation, research, it all comes back to that, VJ. Scouting your opponent, not just the players, but the coaches too, and seeing what they call to begin a game, find out their tendencies. They recognize the early deep ball as part of their opposing game plan, and they weren't caught off guard when it showed up.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner,
but when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, Charles, a lot of action right out of the gate. The two teams barely off the buses. We've already had the touchdown and now the interception.
Yeah, whatever happened to the feeling out process? You know, kind of throw a few jabs out there, kind of circle the ring a little bit. Both of them throwing haymakers right out of the gate. And the second one was an interception that may cost them.
It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
After the run, now Herbert to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
Results in the fourth down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
Well, it's not the touchdown that they wanted, CD, but still, they got to be pretty happy here. You steal the ball away from them on their opening possession, and you turn that into the early 3-0 lead.
Yeah, you painted the picture perfectly there. All the things that have gone on, and the important thing, other than the lead, of course, is as you described, both sides of the ball now have some momentum.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
They will throw on first down with Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now Burrow. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being a...
And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Bengals. It's Tyler Boyd.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bengals have cut it back within a score.
Here we go.
Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here.
11 coming. 11.
Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And all the way up just shy of midfield before going out of bounds at the 49.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Charger drive about to get going. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, You don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Herbert.
Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. On 2nd and 11 now. Herbert.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the lead doubles. It's 14-8.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Again, it's Burrow. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense has other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Burrow. And he will find his man Chase complete.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Second and goal from the 6 this time. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. A turnover's obviously, Charles, always costly, but man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and I often use the expression NFL open, which means a tighter window. Down near the goal line, you really want him to be open. In this case, it cost him.
Meanwhile, here a run on first down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Taken down back at the 1-yard line.
Here we go, Shaq.
Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
The partner guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Herbert on third and long from his own end zone. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And they work this out past the 25. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on third and 15.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on him. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
At the 29-yard line.
Back to throw here, Herbert. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field, and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
On second and 9, Burrow. And incomplete on the deep ball.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have now allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On third down, Burrow. Well, he's got Hurst, his tight end. Touchdown, Bengals. Hayden Hurst, 34 yards.
And the Bengals are an extra point away from moving out in front in the final minute of the half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that will give them the lead here as we get on towards halftime.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. And he'll be out of bounds at midfield, so a solid return to the 50.
That return gets all the way to midfield, so we know the field position is absolutely flipped at this point. If I'm the defensive coordinator, I might think about blitzing right now to try and take field position back.
Now Herbert following the turnover. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Allen. Keenan Allen first half is winding down.
And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Chargers will extend their lead here just before halftime.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here on this first half. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now alongside Charles Davis, operating gun, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21. The Charger drive about to get going. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
now they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
Here's Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defense?
Now Burrow loses the football.
And picked up by the Chargers. The 40. Past the 20. 10. 5. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
They're going to try and run. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And boy, things switched on a dime here. The fumble recovery for the touchdown and also a 2-point try on top successful.
That feels like a momentum call. Pick it up on a fumble return, take it the other way for a touchdown. That's demoralizing for a team to have it happen against them. So the offense just says, you know something? Let's add it to it. Pile on top, go for 2 now while their heads are down.
And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase.
36 yards.
And the Bengals are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
They'll try and throw for it. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us. Because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball.
There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown. And a 92-yard kick return.
And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
Touchdown!
Jamar Chase
with now his second touchdown of this third quarter.
And the Bengals get a bit closer.
They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the 1. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the 2-point attempt is turned aside.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 30.
The Charger drive about to get going. They started on the ground with Eckler. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
12 yards. And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. Second and 10.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Dancing to his left. He'll get this to Eckler. That helps the completion percentage, but not much else, and now it's third and 10. So he rolls out of the pocket left, just ends up finding a safety valve, but no gain there.
No gain, but it looked like they were well coached on the play because he still went through his progressions, and the receivers know that when the quarterback exits the pocket, they have to find routes to run now to get into his sight lines and try and help him out. End up throwing it short to the running back. Give the defense credit for not giving up any yardage.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now first and 10. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
He was taken down behind the yard. Brings up second and 11 at the 44-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 11. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now this time, Allen will throw. No yardage to speak of whatsoever. Leads to a third down. They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. From the gun, Herbert on third down. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
Here's J.K. Scott now. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. They snap it to Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Now, after the loss, he'll have to navigate a 2nd and 17. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. And this is caught. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Josh Palmer, 34 yards. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 23. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
They'll look to throw, and they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. You know, we've discussed this before, and we've seen it at practices, extra periods being put in for the offense on these two-point tries, but the defense, they're beefing up their support as well in practice.
They absolutely have to. If people are going to go for two and try and gain those advantages and make it tougher on your team as the game goes along, you have to be in a position to stop those. You can't let them get the advantage. So, yes, the defensive teams, they're putting in that extra time on two-point plays as well. At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a dominant performance to this point, Charles, and this is probably exactly how they scripted this and envisioned it. They got a 3-score lead, fourth quarter, and a chance if they want to continue to pour it on here.
It is their call, isn't it? I mean, the way that they have taken on this game.
He's by himself, Keenan Allen. Touchdown, Chargers. Keenan Allen, 58 yards, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack the defense and take them out of the game.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they pitch it to Eckler. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
They're going to pass here with Herbert.
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sack.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the works. It certainly did.
Yeah, he did everything he could there trying to pick up some positive yardage, and he did, but not enough.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. This caught left side by the tight end Parham.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive?
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
2nd down and 3.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And he fires one that's intercepted.
And the Bengals are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his...
And that's caught inside the 35.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So with their heads held high, what a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Los Angeles Chargers. Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway in Southern California.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 2nd and 16. Mahomes going top shelf for Smith-Schuster.